President and CEO of the Santa Clarita Valley Economic Development Corporation, the
Yes.
EDC. So
Yeah.
what do you all do over there?
So the EDC is a nonprofit that is focused exclusively on bringing high quality jobs to the Santa Clarita Valley.
And why is that important? Like we just heard traffic on the A. It's like, so is it a good thing for people that don't have to leave the Santa Clarita Valley for a high paying job?
It's absolutely great. We want to provide opportunities for people over the course of their career to be able to work locally, not at a minimum that decreases stress because you're not sitting in traffic. Should free up some time so people have more time to spend in their community, spend with their families, spend with their friends, and that's good overall. And so we try to bring businesses here to the Santa Clarita Valley, help the businesses that are here expand, and that's good also for our tax base, which helps us maintain our quality of life. So it's a really good on a lot of fronts.
And you guys focus on sectors. What are some of those sectors that are important to the...
Yeah, we focus on 5 key industry sectors. We focus on aerospace, digital media and entertainment, information technology, manufacturing, and biotechnology and medical device. And we also have a number of corporate headquarters. Princess Cruises is here, Sunkist is here, so we work on those as well.
Oh, that's great. And you are not just limited to those sectors. You support classes, for example, for all different sectors. What are some of the classes the EDC offers?
Yeah, so what we've been talking about a lot this summer is a new program. We don't actually offer the classes. We partner with College of the Canyons. We also are partnering with one of our local businesses called AMS Fulfillment that's located in the Valencia Commerce Center, which is the area north of the 126, west of the 5. And we are now taking some courses directly into the Commerce Center, right at that business, in order to make it accessible to the employees that work in that area so that they can get access to COC classes and other classes without having to travel to the COC campus. So really trying to put it where they work and trying to schedule classes at times that are convenient when they're finishing their day at their job. They can go take a couple of hours of classes and continue to develop their professional skills and advance their careers.
Yeah, it's a lot easier for the classes to come to you rather than to try and cross the valley at rush hour.
Exactly. And so we're trying to design it to be at the times of day when they'll be hopefully most advantageous to those employees who want to brush up on some skills or learn some new skills.
And what are some of those skills that are offered from these classes?
Right now we have some offerings relating to digital skills, so digital communications in the workplace, computer basics, internet basics. Really try to help people learn that, make sure they've got all of their sort of modern technology skills there. There's also some very practical skills. We've got some safety classes, so the people who might be working at some of our manufacturers that might want to improve and move into some more safety lead roles or management roles, supervisory roles, they need those safety skills. And we've started a forklift training class that's being taught in partnership with some of the folks from AMS Fulfillment. And it's just some basics, some introductory. You're going to need to practice, I'm told. But at least to kind of get introduced to that, it's a skill that many of the companies out here need. So people who have that skills are going to be very marketable to companies, and it can really be the launch of a new career opportunity for them.
So it'd be a little boost to your resume to have that class on there and just saying that you're already kind of have some experience with
That's
those,
right. It's
those
like you've
different
had some
skills.
intro, you've had some introduction, and when we're working with the other companies out there to let them know this is what's in the curriculum. So somebody who has gone through this class is going to know these things, and so that the company, the manager who's hiring will know what those things are too, that is expected there. And then the other big thing that we're promoting is there's a new law that says that any company with 5 or more employees has to provide sexual harassment prevention training to their employees. So every employee needs to get at least 1 hour of training, and managers need to get 2 hours of training. So we're offering those as well. We're offering those like every other Friday, so really convenient. Those are actually offered during the work week or work day because they are mandated, right? But it's cheap. It's like $15 to go send somebody to this, so it's very inexpensive. And again, it's located up there in the Commerce Center. Hopefully it's really convenient for an employee to get there and then get back to work without a lot of extra delays of trying to move around. And you can get it done, get it out of the way, demonstrate your compliance. People learn something along the way. You make the workplace a better place, and that's what we're trying to help happen.
So that's for any business with 5 or more employees?
Any business with 5 or more employees has to do that training for their employees, right? 1 hour for employees, 2 hours for managers.
And when does this have to be done by? I know there's like a certain date. I believe it's like
Yeah,
January
that has
1st.
to be done January 1st. Has to be done by the end of the year.
Okay.
Yep. So we've got 5 more months for employers to become compliant and make sure that they are meeting all those new expectations.
Got to get those done. Yeah. So it's required by law for any employee or any company with 5 or more employees. I believe before that it was 25, so they kind of lowered that
Yeah,
threshold.
it was a higher, and it was focused on management before.
Okay.
So it used to be the managers had to get the training, and now it's both managers and employees have to get the training, and the threshold is lower. That's exactly right. That's exactly right.
That's great. So, and you're actually hosting a new podcast. What's the podcast about?
Yeah, so we started the podcast. It's called SCV Means Business, and we launched that last fall. And it's a great podcast. You can find it anywhere you listen to podcasts. And I sit down with a business owner here in the Santa Clarita Valley and just talk a little bit about their company, their business, and what they do. And we have such an amazing range and diversity of companies that you're going to hear about stuff from medical device companies, aerospace companies, entertainment companies. I mean, there's just such a breadth of what we have here, and all of these leaders are so passionate about what they do, and they're so committed to their company's success. They're committed to their employees' success, and we give them a chance to tell their story. And I think people in the Santa Clarita Valley community will just be really amazed to learn sort of what is these companies that are hidden
right in their own backyard.
They're right in our own backyard, but we don't necessarily notice because you may not drive through the industrial center or the commerce center, and so you may not notice them, and you may not recognize the names and know what they do. But when you hear about their stories, it's a lot of fun to learn.
It seems like there's like a wide variety of guests. Who's your favorite so far?
Oh, I'm not allowed to pick favorites. Not allowed, no, but I just
if you had to pick one,
I tried to crack that shell last time.
No, not going to do it. But no, because they're all so fabulous, and it's fun to see what parts of their companies they emphasize. Some of them we talk about the roller coaster of managing the economic ups and downs of their industry, and some of it's the innovation and the creativity, and some of it's about building their company culture, and each one has sort of its own. Each company has their own identity, just in terms of what they value the most, and you get to hear those stories, and it's super fun. We release a new podcast every 2 to 3 weeks. And the latest one I think we did was with King Henry's, which is makes candy. They're a candy distributor and stuff. And who doesn't like candy?
Exactly.
So
yeah.
That's the latest one. It's a woman-owned business, and so that was the last one that we just did. And we've got another one coming out that we've recorded but haven't distributed yet with a company that makes nutrition supplements. Yeah. And so I learned a ton about that industry, and it's not something you knew much about, and it's happening right here. It's a fast-growing research as well as production company. Really cool.
Great. Well, thank you so much, Holly. So that podcast can be found anywhere podcasts are found. So that's iTunes, Spotify,
Spotify, Stitcher, and you can also, it's called SCV Means Business. You can search for it, or you can go to the EDC website, which is scvedc.org/podcast, and you can find all the links there as well.
And on the EDC website, you can not only find the podcast, but all those classes we mentioned as well. So go to that website with scvedc.org.
.org, yep, and the one for the job skills is /skills.
/skills.
But it's all there for you, and and there's a wealth of information about the Santa Clarita Valley and what's happening here. We've got a great blog about if you want to know about new companies that are coming in or companies that are expanding or other goings-ons relating to the business world. All of that's on our blog.
So if you ever need the inside scoop on business in Santa Clarita, visit scvedc.org. Well, thank you so much, Holly. We appreciate you coming back and hope to see you again.
Absolutely. Thank you for having me.
Devin Miller, Holly Schroeder of the Santa Clarita Valley Economic Development Corporation, owner and not owner, CEO.
No, CEO.
No one
And-
owns
No,
this
CEO
organization.
and president.
Just
Means I
one
work
final,
twice as hard.
one final note about these job skill classes. I know that the sexual harassment prevention training, there is a fee, but are all of these classes free to the community?
Most of them are free. Certainly the courses that are offered through COC are free. And
Awesome.
then some of the ones that we're offering in partnership with the company, like the forklift one, there is a fee for that because there's some equipment that is being used, and we got to cover those costs. But they are all extraordinarily affordable.
Awesome. More info on that, of course, at scvedc.com or .org rather. And Holly, thanks so much for coming in again.
My pleasure. Thank you.
Time for